Two more Russian soldiers have made what may be the most important decision of their lives. They surrendered to Ukrainian forces on the Orikhiv front in the Zaporizhzhia Oblast. The 65th Mechanized Brigade of Ukraine published footage showing the soldiers exhausted, hungry, and suffering from severe cold, including trench foot. With freezing temperatures, lack of food, and no water, surrender became a matter of survival. However, while individual surrenders continue, reports of large-scale Russian capitulation on the southern Zaporizhzhia front remain limited. Recent developments instead point to a brutal war of attrition. Ukrainian forces have withdrawn from certain villages, not due to collapse, but to preserve manpower under intense Russian assaults. The fighting remains grinding and slow, marked by heavy artillery fire, drone warfare, and fierce infantry clashes. Despite local Ukrainian successes, disrupting Russian supply lines and inflicting heavy losses, late 2025 paints a picture of a prolonged and costly conflict rather than a decisive breakthrough. Russian firepower continues to place pressure on Ukrainian defensive lines, forcing tactical withdrawals under overwhelming force. Since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, more than 10,000 Russian soldiers have been captured by Ukraine. According to the I Want to Live project, this is the first time comprehensive statistics on Russian prisoners of war have been published. The data reveals a disturbing picture. Around 30% of captured soldiers did not finish school. 40% have criminal records. 38% were unemployed before the war. The number of Russian soldiers surrendering has increased every year. In 2025 alone, more Russian troops have been captured than in 2022 and 2023 combined. On average, 60 to 90 Russian soldiers surrender each week, with peaks reaching 350 per week in August 2024. Since June 2023, Ukrainian forces have captured more Russian soldiers than Ukraine has lost to Russian captivity. The highest numbers of prisoners were taken in Donetsk Oblast, Russia's Kursk region, and parts of Zaporizhzhia. Notably, in 2025, the number of foreign mercenaries among prisoners rose sharply. Nearly 7% of Russian prisoners of war are foreign nationals from over 40 countries. Most prisoners are enlisted personnel, 83%, followed by 13% sergeants and nearly 3% officers. Ages range from 18 to 65. Many were contract soldiers, including recruits from prisons and private military companies. Nearly 1/4 reported being coerced or deceived into service. Hundreds of prisoners reportedly suffer from serious chronic illnesses, including tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, diabetes, and mental disorders. Through prisoner exchanges, just over 6,000 Russian POWs have been returned to Russia, more than half in 2025 alone. At least 237 of them are known to have been killed or gone missing after being sent back to the front. Some have even been captured for a second time. Meanwhile, questions are growing about what Russian President Putin is being told about the war. Investigations suggest that Russian generals have repeatedly exaggerated battlefield successes. Territorial gains reported to Putin often do not match independent assessments from ISW and deep state maps. Despite claims that cities like Kupiansk and parts of Donetsk are fully under Russian control, evidence shows Ukrainian forces still hold significant areas, with many zones remaining contested or classified as gray zones. Western analysts believe Putin genuinely believes Russia is winning, a belief shaped by distorted reports from military leadership. This perception is seen as a key psychological factor driving the Kremlin to prolong the war, despite its growing economic and human cost. As the conflict drags on, surrender remains, for some soldiers, the only escape from a war that continues to consume lives on both sides.